Hi, so we are here at Bennett Springs State Park in Missouri. We are here to learn how to trout fish today. So we've got 3 new trout fishermen here. So we're going to be teaching Hunter, Isaac, and Annika all the basics of trout fishing, and we thought this might make a fun how-to video. Trout fishing can be a little bit of a humbling experience. You can be a pretty experienced fisherman, and if you've never tried trout fishing, it'll make a fool of you if you don't know the details. So I'm going to be teaching these guys how to fish, and we thought maybe we'd just bring you along and show everybody out there some of the basics that we've learned over the years. A little bit about this location. Bennett Springs is a natural spring, so there's somewhere around 100 million gallons of water pumped out of the ground every day naturally, and it's crystal clear and it's ice cold, and trout love that. So there's a hatchery here. They release rainbow trout daily, so the fishing is great. It's a great place to learn how to trout fish. So there's plenty of fish to catch, and I'm going to show you a little bit about the details of how we catch them. Okay, so first of all, guys, let's go over some equipment we have here. This is all of what we need, and you can see our guys here. We already have our little fishing vests and some waders and a few key accessories, but if you're starting off trout fishing, here's some of the things that I didn't know the first time I tried, and I got skunked years ago, 15 years ago, first time I tried trout fishing, and I thought I knew how to fish, and I got humbled. So here's all you need to know. First of all, you want a very light rod. This is an IM6 graphite rod, very flexible, and any line over 4 pounds is going to be very ineffective because trout are very visual fish. So you have to have a very light line on. This is my favorite line. I use this Pline 4-pound fluorocarbon line. So you get a light line, a light rod, and then a few other accessories. Now, if you're trout fishing, you got to get in the water. That's what's so fun about it. So when you're in the water, you got to learn to wear your tackle box. And this is the key to wearing your tackle box. You don't use a tackle box anymore, you use a vest. So this is what that's all about. You're going to have everything you need right here on you. So what Hunter's going to be doing, first of all, Hunter got a brand new landing net. Okay, so this is going to be hanging from his back. So when he does get a fish, he can just reach back behind him, grab his net, and with that light line, you don't have to try lifting the fish out of the water. So on the net, if you get one that's a rubber net, your hooks will not stick in the net anywhere near as badly. So little mesh nets are cheaper. Pay a little more and get a rubber net, and you won't get your hook stuck in the net so bad. The next thing is, after you catch a fish, you got to be ready for that, right, Hunter?
Yep.
So we're going to wear the stringer. Yep. So we're going to just take this stringer and we're going to stick it right through your fishing vest. And now, when you catch fish, you put it on, and the fish is just going to dangle down here in the water. And that'll keep the fish alive. You got to have some way to cut line while you're in the water. So you want to wear some tweezers. So you just get these little tweezers, a couple bucks, and now you're ready to cut line. Next thing, the trout have very soft mouths, and we use very small hooks. So you got to have some way to get the hook out of their mouths without wounding them, because you're going to want to release some fish while you're doing this. So this is going to give you the ability to take the hook out and leave the fish in much better shape. These are little forceps or hemostats or whatever they're called. Next little thing, you have to have some polarized shades. Now, this isn't a necessity, but it sure makes it a lot more fun, because polarized shades allow you to see into the water a lot better. And there's no time that it's more fun than when you're trout fishing, because if you go stand out in this stream and you look with no glasses, you're just going to see water. And then you'll put on these shades and you're going to look down and you're going to see 6, 7 fish within casting distance of you, and all of a sudden you get to start working on catching a specific fish. And there's nothing more satisfying than targeting a fish and catching that specific fish, especially when you can see it bite the hook and you can see the set. In the park, there are some rules that are different than fishing for trout in the rest of the state of Missouri or any other state. You have a 4 trout limit. There's no size limit, but you can keep 4 rainbow trout. You have to have a state fishing license, and you have to purchase a daily tag. These are $4 for adults, $3 for kids, and this tag allows you to harvest 4 trout while you're in the park. You have to have this on you and displayed. Hunter already has his. He has a youth tag. Since we're learning to fish today, there's a lot of different things that work well for trout, but what we are going to be using is what I think is the best beginner trout baits. We're going to be using dough bait. Doesn't matter what brand, but color does matter a lot, and scent does matter. I usually keep 3 on me. I keep a really bright color like orange or pink with a little glitter in it for really early in the morning and really late at night. I keep sort of a natural color with a garlic scent, and I keep sort of a cheese color with just either a cheese scent or a natural, they'll call it their original scent. I keep these 3 dough baits, and generally one of those 3 will be hitting, or this is the other go-to bait, just little eggs. These come in all kinds of different colors, but I find this little natural sort of pinkish reddish color looks pretty authentic to what a salmon or trout egg looks like. So these are very effective. Oh, hook size. Anywhere from an 8 to a 16 are pretty commonly used. I will generally use a 10 or a 12. I find a 10 probably my favorite. I think we're going to start with 12s though, because I found these little circle hooks. Never really used a trout circle hook before, so hopefully that's effective at getting some hook sets on the outside of the mouths. But you know, this is the setup we're going to be using today. This is a very basic rig. We're just going to be using a very light split shot and a very small hook. We can use dough bait with this, we can use our eggs with this, and we can do anything. We can put a bobber on this if we want, but with current, that's a little tricky. So we're just going to try to drift into the current and let this sit on the bottom. The dough bait will float up off the bottom just a little bit. The eggs will pretty well lay on the bottom. But this is what we're going to use today to learn to trout fish. And frankly, you don't really ever have to use anything more fancy than this. We're not going to be using spoons or spinners or hair jigs, although I fish with those a lot when I'm fishing by myself. But today, this is what it's all about. Everything we do is right here. Now, we do have an objective today. Got a goal. We can each get 4 trout. There's 5 of us fishing today. That's 20 trout. So guys, you guys think we can get 20 trout by the end of the day? What do you think, Hunter?
I guess 15.
You think we're gonna come up short?
Yeah.
He may be the realist. I think we're gonna get 20. I think 20 trout. I think we can do it. You, me, Zeke, Annika, Mom. Yeah, we got this. Okay, guys, you guys ready to stop talking about fishing and start doing it?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's go do some fishing. Let's put this to the test.